What's up, everyone? Welcome to Shining the Light, the program centered on stories of impact with the intent to inspire and empower listeners throughout the African diaspora and the world. Here are the top 6 high impact Black people for March 2021. Number 1, Oprah. Oprah's interview with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry opened a can of bees. Is the royal family racist? Based on their ties with imperialism and colonialism? That question is not hard to answer. But how far and how long can Prince Harry run from the institution? Can he help to change things for Black people in the UK since he married a Black woman? Oprah is a high impact person because she mostly exposes the dark side of the monarchy and gives hope, especially for people of color in the UK, to continue to fight against racism and malice. TylerPerry. TylerPerry accommodated the royal couple at his glamorous mansion in LA. Will he do that for a common person? For a good reason? I think yes. Of course, TylerPerry's value went up because his portfolio now includes accommodating His Royal Highness, the Duke of Sussex, and Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex, although they don't go by those titles anymore. By the way, Black people have always welcomed other nations, even though in most cases they end up being robbed. But TylerPerry's high impact is that he protected the royal family during their most turmoil time. He protected them from harassment and further depression, as Meghan mentioned in the interview. Number 3, here we go, my friend. Dr. Tatenda Shopera works at Pfizer and is part of the team that brought the Pfizer vaccine to fruition. Tatenda is from Zimbabwe, grew up wanting to bring solutions for his struggling nation of Zimbabwe and to Africa. Dr. Tatenda is a senior scientist, bioprocess research and development at Pfizer Inc., which is an American multinational pharmaceutical corporation. Dr. Shopera is a person of high impact because he inspires a generation of young, especially Africans, not only to follow their dreams, but to dream big, 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 big. Number 4, Francis Ngannou. From Bati to Las Vegas, the long, tough journey of Francis Ngannou. Francis is from Bati, Cameroon. When he was 10, he worked in the sand mines under intense labor, heat, and rain. He mentioned that he had to work to contribute at home to buy oil, buy food, and also to buy school supplies. He said, you have to work even though that work was meant for adults. But we didn't have any options. Francis labored until he decided to chase his dream. Hopped into a car, train, crossed into Nigeria, then into Niger, then crossed the desert to Algeria. He arrived in France looking to chase his boxing dream. It took him 14 months from Cameroon to France because at some point he was detained in Spain. In France, he was homeless, living in the streets. Then found a boxing gym where he convinced them he would pay them later if they allowed him to work out for free. One of the guys there told him that MMA might be a better choice for him. The rest is history. He is now UFC undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Francis is a person of high impact because he took risk. Now he's inspiring generations, especially generation after him, and has a non-profit organization to help the youth scale their dreams. Number 5, President Samia Suluhu Hassan of Tanzania. She became a president in March 2021 after the death of President John Magufuli. The day she received oath, she said, it's time to bury our differences and show love to one another and look forward with confidence. On Sunday ago, she ordered the suspension of the head of the Ports Authority over corruption allegation, continuing her late predecessor's anti-graft drive, anti-corruption. President Samia Suluhu Hassan is a person of high impact because she is an inspiration to many girls and women, and she's still pushing the anti-corruption legacy, and she is preaching a message of love for unity. Number 6, George Floyd. The trial of George Floyd just started. After his murder, protests continued in the United States and around the world, from London to Pretoria to Sydney. People took to the streets to express the need for police reform and racial equality. Many held signs that read Black Lives Matter, while others kneeled. Statues and monuments were thrown away or destroyed. At some protests, marchers stood in silence for the amount of time Floyd struggled to breathe while police officers suffocated him. At that time, President Trump said, "When the looting starts, the shooting starts." This is the same president who incited insurrection in January 2021. George Floyd is a person of high impact because we are still fighting against racism and for justice. And it seems like there is light at the end of the tunnel. There you have it, my friend. Shining the Light's top 6 Black people of high impact in the month of March. See you next time.